Welcome to An Icon, where confidence meets creative power. I'm here to help you step into the woman you know you're meant to be, visually, energetically, creatively, and in business. This show is for the woman who's done playing small, done hiding behind safe visuals, done shrinking her identity to fit into spaces she's already outgrown. An Icon is about becoming undeniable through your presence, through your style, through your story, through the way you show up in your business. Because your next level isn't just about strategy, it's about identity. It's about becoming the woman your business has been waiting for, the woman who is seen, remembered, and paid accordingly. So if you're ready to elevate how you show up, refine your visual identity, and build a brand that feels powerful and aligned with who you really are, you're in the right place. Let's build your icon era. Test. Is this thing working? Welcome to An Icon podcast with Kamri Hill. I'm so excited that you guys are here. I am relaunching my podcast and I am so excited about the juicy goodness that we are going to be getting into, especially with this first episode where we're going to be talking about maybe you have the problem of being boring online, because this is the reason why I became a creative director. I could not stand the fact that I saw so many women online falling into the trap of sameness, copy-paste, doing it like everyone else in their industry. And I want to say that I do say this with so much love because I've been there. I've been in many different industries. I have been in the online space for over 10 years, and I have also found myself falling into these traps, especially when we are scrolling and looking online and trying to find quote unquote inspiration. And we fall into the trap of doing things like other people, or maybe you've hired a coach and you're just replicating the things that they're doing, when that is the main problem in your business right now. If you have a solid offer, you have a solid business, you're incredibly good at what you do, but you feel like you're invisible, this is the problem that you're having, is the boringness factor, the lack of visibility. And a lot of people think that they just have a confidence problem, or maybe they need to post more content. But the real problem is you're boring, and I love you, but you're boring. It's time to shake it up. It is time to scale bigger, build more authority, and look at how you are showing up online, visibly in your business, and your ability to build authority content through strategic creative direction. And this is what I do with all of my clients. And I just want to say that you're not doing a bad job. You're not wrong. You're just visually forgettable. You're scrolling Instagram and you're getting quote unquote inspiration from everyone else, and then you're replicating what you're seeing. And unfortunately, this gets you into trouble because you are just constantly saving other people's ideas and then assuming that they are your own. We are not owning creative individualism, and this is getting you into a really bad cycle of just looking like everyone else in your industry. One of the things that I saw so many female entrepreneurs doing when I got into creative direction, and I still see this to this day, women planning their brand photo shoots, they put on a blazer, they hold their laptop and they stand in front of a feature wall, maybe it's white or maybe it's a fancy color, and calling it a brand photo shoot. They think that that blazer and that laptop makes them professional. It makes them look like they're just ticking the box of, oh, I've got some brand photos, throw them up on their website and use them on their Instagram, recycle them for the next 2 to 3 years, and calling it a day. This is where the problem is, ladies, and I'm sorry to tell you, but this is not cutting it, especially in 2026. You cannot just tick the box when it comes to brand visuals, because when you're playing it safe, you do not grow. You do not stop the scroll, and you do not attract high-end premium clients. I know you want to be getting paid more and attracting higher premium clients, but if you are not closing this gap in your business, this problem is going to continue to stay. It's really noisy online. Entrepreneurs are copying each other, and it is making your brand invisible. And in today's day and age, 2026, right now, sameness is not going to get you the attention that you need in your business. Attention is currency. Literally, I talk about celebrities and the way that they use marketing and creative to launch their products, launch their movies, launch their businesses. And I love to study this. A really good example of people who really lean into attention as currency is the Paul brothers. If you know who they are, Logan and Jake Paul have been using the strategy of attention as currency in their world since the very beginning. They're controversial, they're very extreme, they use a lot of rage bait. Okay, I'm not saying that you have to go so far as what they do, but they are a really good example that attention is currency, and the more you grab people's attention, the more you're going to be able to sell whatever you have to offer. Because the idea is that you want to stop the scroll. You want people to stop and listen to what you have to say. You need to capture attention. The attention spans of people online are so short these days, and you don't have time to waste. Your visual identity is literally what people see before you speak, and your visual identity is the doorway into your business. So now that we've identified the problem, let's talk about what you can do differently, okay? I'm not here just to rant and to tell you all the things that you're doing wrong, or just to tell you all the things that I see online that are just not cutting it. I'm here to be your big sister, your bestie in business, to give you really solid advice on things that you can go and implement right now. I want you to first and foremost stop asking, how can I do it more like her? And I want you to start asking yourself, how can I become more visually unforgettable? What makes you different? What would the bold version of you wear? What visuals would make people instantly recognize me? I really want you to lean into your individualism, the things that make you quirky and cool and different, the way that you show up online, the way that you dress, the way that you speak, the way that you boldly call things out, the way that you visually represent yourself. If your branding has not changed in 5 years or even 3 to 2 years, it's time to shake things up. Your audience is bored of the things that they've been seeing from you for the last 5 years. Just talking about fonts and logos and colors in your branding, I'm talking about your visual identity, the way that you are crafting your brand photo shoots, the videos that you're putting out, the way that you're dressing, and the way that you're showing up visually that attracts the right customers to your business and makes you instantly recognizable. Now, I want you to stick around for next week, because in the next episode, I'm breaking down how creative visual identity can literally change your business. And we're going to dive into this a lot deeper and help you understand this topic, especially from a creative director's point of view, okay? There are a million coaches out there that will teach you how to build your business from a strategy standpoint, but what you're going to get from me is creative, intuitive business advice that is going to help you become more visible, how to be more creative in your business and step outside of your comfort zone when it comes to showing up online so that you can get noticed. And babe, I just want you to remember that you are an icon.